Murder of Sydney water polo coach Lily James.
The family of Lily James, the young teacher, murdered
after a young woman was killed inside one of the city's most prestigious schools.
Australia was left in disbelief and sadness when the news hit about Lily James. The details were so heart-wrenching as she was found lifeless in the school bathroom with a severe head injury, so bad that the police mentioned she was almost unrecognizable.
Serious head injuries, and the actual scene itself was quite confronting for the...
Today, let's delve into the layers of this deeply saddening story, Lily James, her unfortunate passing, and the widespread sorrow that now covers not just her local community, but the entire nation. This leaves everyone grappling with more questions than answers. To begin with, Lily James came into the world in May 2002, born to Jamie and Peter James. Her family shared that she spent her youth growing up in Sanssouci, New South Wales. In 2020, she marked a milestone by graduating from Danebank in Hurstville. The following year, she took on sports business at the University of Technology, Sydney. Lily's mom used to share every moment of her life on social media. While juggling her studies, Lily was determined to make a mark as a part-time water polo coach at St. Andrew's Cathedral School. During this time, she crossed paths with Paul Tyson, a sports coach and former student at the same school. Their working relationship evolved into something more, and they began dating. On the other side, Paul Tyson is a 24-year-old sports coach at St. Andrew's Cathedral School in Sydney, Australia, and he was once a student there until 2017. Originally from the Netherlands, he came to Australia in 2015 to pursue a master's in teaching and fulfill his dream of becoming a PE teacher. He was also recognized as a hockey coach at St. Vincent's College in Potts Point. Now, the details about Lily and Paul's relationship are somewhat unclear, but a lot of students have stepped forward to provide some insights into Paul's behavior. Former students revealed to the Saturday Telegraph that the ex-sports assistant used to brag about his relationship with Miss James and engaged in behaviors that made them uneasy. In an exclusive interview with the paper, students labeled Tyson as a creep who flirted with girls at the school, describing him as having a roving eye and an unsettling, flirtatious personality. One student shared, "He made young girls in the sports team uncomfortable with his wandering eye and flirtatious nature. I'm shocked, but there's no denying he was a creep." Additionally, former peers from his school days labeled him arrogant, stating he was disliked by boys, but had popularity among girls. Now, on the evening of October 25, 2023, around 7 p.m., Lily was seen entering the school's gym bathroom, with Paul closely following, as caught on CCTV. Given their recent breakup, it's assumed that a heated argument unfolded in that very restroom. About an hour later, Tyson was spotted on his own, coming out of the bathroom. What makes this whole situation intriguing is that Paul sent a text to Lily's dad, using Lily's own phone, asking him to pick her up. But it was thought that Lily's dad ignored the message because she had her car at school, so he might have thought it was just a mistake. Afterward, Paul drove the borrowed white Lexus to Diamond Bay Reserve in Vaucluse, along Sydney's east coast. CCTV footage captured him disposing of a hammer in a bin, which was later confirmed to be the main weapon at the scene. Strangely, he didn't waste time reporting a lifeless body at St. Andrews to the police, but he did this 2 hours after leaving the scene. According to Dr. Watson Monroe, Paul spent several hours at that location, using the time to cause more trouble, thinking he still had control over the situation. Once he was done at the reserve, Paul pondered his future, considering the likely prison sentence for his terrible actions and his overall future in Australia. It's worth noting that he was not an Australian citizen. His third successive working holiday visa was about to expire. So it's likely that he was feeling scared at this moment, wondering what was going to happen to him. He contacted the police 4 hours after Miss James was killed in the gym bathroom, reaching out to them around midnight from Vaucluse Reserve. The operator relayed the information saying, "The informant says there's a body in a bathroom on the right-hand side in the reception area. Through reception and to the left. The informant mentions being there a couple of hours ago, a female body." The police didn't waste time finding Lily James, and it was confirmed that she was fatally beaten with a hammer. They said she had serious head injuries, and the surgeries she had were described as disturbing and shocking to see. Before the police could locate Paul, he fell from the cliffs above Diamond Bay to his death. The morning after Miss James's death became known, the New South Wales Police Air Wing searched the sea from above, while emergency services scoured the rocks below. Police towed away a white Lexus from the scene, stating that Paul Tyson was still wanted for questioning regarding Miss James's death. However, they didn't find Paul that day. On Friday, October 27th, a group of tradesmen working on the Diamond Bay walkway noticed a white object slumped across rocks below. For hours, police in a boat and on a jet ski worked to retrieve the swollen and battered body from the base of the cliffs before bringing it up to the road in the afternoon. It was confirmed that it was indeed Paul. In a peculiar twist, Paul seemed to manipulate the final stages of his sinister plan. He had called the police, possibly hoping Lily would be found sooner. Dr. Xanthi Mallet, a criminologist, suggested on Channel 7's Sunrise program that this manipulation was another attempt at control before Paul chose to end his own life.
The only reason I can really think of that he would have sent that message is to get the father to attend at that school. So in essence, either he hoped the father would find Lily or hoped that he would be there.
Dr. Mallet explained. He showed signs that he wanted Lily to be found. That may indicate he was hoping someone would find her and call an ambulance, for example. Alternatively, he may have been wanting to potentially change the time at which the police thought she had died by sending those proof-of-life messages to her father and then later calling the police. According to the police, the hammer purchased by Paul Tyson was not the one used to kill Miss James. Police believe Tyson had two hammers, with the second possibly originating from a school storeroom. Esther and Steph Thiessen, the parents of Paul Tyson, have decided not to bring his remains back to the Netherlands. Instead, they've chosen to have him cremated, and his ashes will be scattered in Australia. With Paul no longer alive, there are many unanswered questions about the reasons behind his actions and the dynamics of their relationship. However, one thing remains evident: Lily was cherished by the entire community. During the funeral, loved ones brought dozens of lilies to honor Lily, making the day all about her, as described by her father, Jamie James, in a brief statement. He spoke of Lily as an independent and vibrant young woman who lived each day to the fullest. Despite her busy schedule with work and studies, Lily found time to support her brother Max, her friends, and her family. Jamie expressed gratitude for the community's thoughts, prayers, generosity, and messages during this difficult time, thanking them for the many cherished memories shared with Lily. Friends, family, and students gathered for the service, wearing brightly colored outfits. Hugs and tears were exchanged as mourners entered the school. Dozens of school children in uniform, from all year groups at St. Andrew S., came by bus to pay their respects. Approximately 500 staff, students, and alumni attended the service, prompting the closure of the school for the day. The choice to hold the service at Danebank Anglican School for Girls was likely due to Lily's status as an alumna. The atmosphere got very quiet as they rolled Lily's casket out of the school gates. Lily's dad, Jamie, and her brother Max were right there, helping guide her to the waiting white hearse. You could see the sadness on their faces as they put Lily's coffin in the car. Tears were flowing, and folks around were saying kind words to comfort each other. Lily's coffin was decked out with lots of colorful flowers, like a nod to her lively self. The funeral crew took their time fixing up the wreaths that friends and family brought. Each bunch of flowers told a story, a memory of the love everyone felt for Lily. When the hearse finally drove off, folks stood there, saying their last goodbyes. There was a moment of quiet, and then everyone headed inside the school gates for the wake. Inside, stories about Lily were shared, and everyone took a minute to remember and celebrate the awesome life of Lily James. It was a mix of feeling sad, but also nostalgically remembering the good times she brought to everyone around her.
She was something special. Her kindness, her loyalty to people, just the gentlest person.
In conclusion, the manhunt for Lily's killer might close in its search, but for her family, the deep sadness in their hearts is something that won't ever fade away. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more true crime videos. Stay safe out there.